Hi, I'm Cindy Cloward with Riley Blake Designs, and welcome back to our RBD Building Blocks series. Today we are working on block number 2. It is the Bowtie Block. This is a classic block, and we repeated this bow tie 4 times to complete a 12.5-inch unfinished block. The first thing you need to do is download the pattern on our Riley Blake Designs website. Has all the cutting instructions. The bow tie is what we're working on today, and it gives you cutting instructions. Once you cut out all your pieces, lay them out. I love these design boards, and you're ready to get started assembling this block. The first thing you're going to grab is the C block with the A blocks. There should be 8 of each. Now right sides together, you're putting these little corner pieces. Now if you have a Seam So Easy guide, you don't even need to mark them. You just need to line up on this corner and then line up the bottom opposite corner with the line of your Seam So Easy guide. If you don't have a Seam So Easy guide, then you're going to need to trace or mark the back side of your squares, these small squares, corner to corner. And that is going to be your sew line, not your guide, your sew line. I'll make sure I have that marked. Okay. So we're going to chain piece these all together and then give them a good press. Okay, now that we've got these all sewn together, just do a quick check and make sure, yep, they're all going the right way. I'm going to click my threads in between all my pieces. Okay, now we're going to take each one of these squares. I'm going to actually use a trim up ruler because that has that 1/4 inch seam allowance right there, and just kind of line that up and trim down to a 1/4 inch like that and open up. We'll take it to our pressing station next, but let's get these all cut. Okay, let's press these open. Pressing to the dark side, so I press it open. Just let them cool underneath a clapper. Okay. All these units are finished. Now we can start assembling our block. So we take these B squares. They're going to be in the corners. Well, we start in the corner. And each of these units go across from one another, and it creates that bow tie. So just kind of follow the pattern. Okay, just like this. Now let's start assembling this block. I flip those over just like that. And you can give them a pin on top, or you can just take them to the machine on your design board. Again, just check it real fast. And just sew one at a time, chain piecing these together. Okay, I bring these back to the design board, lay it out, and open it back up. making sure the blocks haven't twisted and going the wrong direction. So open them up. That is looking good. Now I don't cut my threads in between, so it kind of sticks together. Now I'm going to flip this over. And this time I'm going to make sure I pin. Otherwise it's hard to transfer it to the sewing machine. I just pin on the top, keep them together. Okay, and transfer it to the sewing machine. Let's sew. Okay, let's bring it back to our design board. Open it up. Don't clip the threads in between. This helps you stay organized. Now we're going to flip this over. The outside, that's like rocking over here. Move this over here. Right, let's take this to our design board and lay it all out. We should have all of our strips sewn. So we give it a layout like this. Make sure all your blocks are in the right place and you're creating these little bow tie units. Now we just have 1, 2, 3 more seams. Now, what we want to do is nest these seams. And so it looks like it naturally wants to lie this way. So this seam is going that direction, and the top one's going the opposite. And I make sure I pin these so they don't shift around and my strips line up perfectly. You can pin and sew one strip at a time, or you can do it all at once. Okay, that was our final seam. Take a look. It's looking good. Let's give it a good press. We can bring it back here and square it up. All right, let's square it up. Okay, line everything up and trim off anything on the outside of this aqua blue line. I think I only have a little tiny edge over here. Hardly anything worth mentioning. And the bow tie quilt block is finished. Join us next time as we work on the friendly flying geese block in our RBD Building Blocks series.